You got one life, for crying out loud. You might as well just give it all you got.
The Deej, Dan Jordan.
Your daily dose of reality. Your daily dose of the Deej.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I need my daily dose of the Deej.
I make the news. I don't watch the news. I'm a leader.
The Sales Energizer, Dan Jordan.
Listen, don't worry how to sell, baby. Worry about why people buy. And it's fun.
You don't need a 5-hour energy. All you need is the Sales Energizer.
Just when I think it's not going to be as fun as the one before, each one gets successfully better. What's the word I'm looking for? What's it going to take to get you into this car today, huh?
And now, please welcome the Sales Energizer, Dan Jordan.
Boom! That's exactly it. Do that. Let's do that. Gosh, I tell you what, I get so excited for Mondays because I have like 5 full days just to make stuff up here on Amazon and have ourselves a good time. So listen, make sure you unmute because I sound so much better unmuted, and comment and talk to me. I mean, there's just so much I could talk to myself. So listen, I found this in life. If you're busy during the weekends, they seem to last longer. Everybody wants to relax. You go ahead and relax too much on the weekend, it's like you're exhausted on Monday. So this week I got a lot of stuff done. We did some crazy stuff. I had to go up to North Carolina to help the boy out because he's starting his new business, which is really cool, forestry mulching. So he's got this thing going on, and he was having some problems. And so I went up there to help him out or whatever I needed to do, see the things, ride motorcycles. We had a good time. I hurt my back a little bit, but worth it. You know, when you hurt your back and it's worth it, you know you're having a good time. And then we came back yesterday, which was Sunday, and we had Cooking with Christy, which was, I mean, just killer. If you missed Cooking with, all I have to say is thank goodness that these things are on replay, because I feel sorry for all the people that have to deal with not seeing it. So I forgot to set up my, because I have the world's best producer in Chris Stone, I don't even think about putting on the app here, and so I'm going to have to do it right here live in action to see what's going on.
Well, Dan, you can't see we have a new follower. Amazon customer started following. And apparently,
I love Amazon customer.
It seems like every show Amazon customer follows us, but you have security settings in your app, Amazon customer. Okay. But if you want to let us know in the chat who you are, we'd love to give you a shout out and tell you why you're the best person in the world, at least in this moment.
Yes, and if you don't know, that's Chris Stone, the voice of God, who's taking care of it. So yesterday, because things just happened here on the show, and yesterday I was showing the mixer that we have here, which is just so much fun to play with your blend, your mixer here. Now, the one that we have available down below is it still on special, Chris Stone?
It is.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's like an unbelievable deal. So I was playing around with this, just talking about the unbelievable we can get with the mixer. And then Christy just said, I saw on YouTube that you could make butter. And so, with your blender, I mean, even if you could just make butter. And so she says, she challenges me, go ahead and make butter. So we made butter, and look, it looks like real butter. I mean, I just made butter. Who makes butter? I'm so happy with this butter. Butter is like a funny word. You can say butter and it's funny. You know what are funny words? Chimps, sticks, and butter. They're just funny words. So is it, yeah?
Montequilla.
Oh yeah, that's right, Montequilla. So anyway, we made butter. And so I thought to myself, what should I do today just to show that, what's butter if you're not using it? So I saw an old Family Guy show, and Family Guy, Chris Stone, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Great
So,
show.
Family Guy. So I saw an old Family Guy show, and they talked about putting butter on a Pop-Tart. In fact, they made a song. They said, if you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart, it's so freaking good. If you never put butter on a Pop-Tart, if you haven't, then you really think you should. And so, because I have this air fryer here, which is also a toaster combination, by the way, air fryers. Yesterday, we made orange chicken, and I made half of it. While you were watching, I made it and I fried the stuff. But then I took the other half of the chicken, made it in the air fryer. Just as good. Just as good. Anyway, so my air fryer here is also a toaster oven because it's the Cuisinart one. My wife is into the Cuisinart stuff. And so we've got Cuisinart coffee makers, Cuisinart this, and every time, somebody moves out and does whatever they do. Are you literally putting up Pop-Tarts of all the things?
You're eating a Pop-Tart, Dan. I mean, listen, we're in the biggest shopping mall in the world. What are we going to do?
Yeah, so, but, while they're good, yes, we want to see if they're good with butter on it. And so,
Mantequilla.
Mantequilla. So I turned it on. Here we go. Toast. Start. So now I have 4 minutes that I have to stretch that we just talk about stuff. So the butter was made simply by putting, I can't believe, Pop-Tarts, talk about the perfect food. Now, when I was growing up, like I was born in 65. So like when I'm starting to eat breakfast, when I'm 5, it's like 1971, all we had was toast. That's what I had, toast. If you're lucky, sometimes you got like raisin toast or something, or cinnamon toast was a big deal. You'd add cinnamon and sugar, and you'd pour it, and you butter your toast, and you put it on there. And then one day, as if the heavens parted, all of a sudden, you go into the store, and there's like this perfect product here. It has delicious jelly in it, and it's encrusted, and you put it in the toaster, and just when you're like salivating, poof, it pops out. Oh my gosh, you start to thinking, I thought it would put all other foods out of business. And it's the perfect shape of the box. And so you know exactly what you're getting. I don't have a box here. You know exactly what you're getting. And then with the frosting, so good. So the thought of putting butter on it never came to mind until I saw that Family Guy episode. Are you going to try to play the song there, Chris Stone?
Well, if I knew it was about a Pop-Tart, like, do you know what season or the name of the episode by chance?
No, you just got to pull up Pop-Tart song.
Okay.
All
right. The world's best producer will find it.
I basically sang it for you already in perfect pitch, so I don't know why you would want to change it. So while that's doing that, also over the weekend, we made some other stuff. Now, it's lunchtime here, so of course I have the Vitamix cam right here. And I just, in the weekend you eat like an animal. And so like Mondays, you don't want to eat, that horrifically. So for lunch, I figure I'd have just a protein shake or something. And so this is, these protein shake, am I looking at it right here? This is the one that I have. Here we go. And I think this is available down below. Is it not, Chris Stone?
It sure is.
I got this, this particular one. And this is vanilla. I think there's more options with vanilla than there is with chocolate. Because chocolate, totally. You got to make everything kind of chocolate. And you can make the vanilla chocolate just by adding chocolate. So I think there's more options with this. So I always go with the vanilla. I got this particular one because it was a gift. Actually, a friend of mine who won one of the Blue Parrots. I know I'm jumping all over the place. We'll go to the Blue Parrot later. But I gave him one of these. It's a noise canceling headset. It's the best headset in the world. And the company was so good that they sent me a bunch of them to give to people who subscribed and followed and did all that stuff. So don't forget to do that. So I did that. And just as a gift, as a favor to me, because he thought my arms were getting too small, he decided to get me some protein powder. So this came in the mail. That's why I got this particular one. But look at this, 25 seconds left. That's called a mastery of stretching. I mean, when you're watching this with the Pitchman Show, this is excellence in broadcasting. It's embarrassing for other people to try to compete with this type of value that you're getting here and stretchability while the toaster is coming.
Also, Dan, our friend Kathy Jones is joining us on Facebook, wants to know what flavor Pop-Tart she likes, the cinnamon and sugar ones.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. The cinnamon sugar is well, I guess there's only 2 varieties now. Growing up, they used to have all these different ones with blueberry and all this, crazy stuff with swirl or what have you. Oh, and then that Streusel company came in. They started doing it. By the way, Kathy Jones, we have to have her on the show, Chris Stone, world's best insurance agent and fan of the Deej, which is the big qualifier that most people must have here. It is, I think, strawberry, which is all they have now. So
it's a classic.
So I'm on like a big health kick, as you can tell. So this, well, we have to have the Pop-Tart cam. Goes down here. So I've never actually had butter on a Pop-Tart, even though, did you get the song ready, Chris Stone?
I don't think. Can you move the Pop-Tart cam a little bit down? So okay, that now.
There we go.
Oh, Montekia. Yeah, I don't think legally, from a licensing perspective, we could broadcast a Family Guy song over the interweb and not get taken down. And I know everyone is really disappointed, but you can easily search online for "Butter on a Pop-Tart" song from Family Guy and
or you could just have me sing it.
Exactly. And that is license free. So sing away, Dan.
So if you've ever had a butter on a Pop-Tart, it's so friggin' good. If you've never had butter on a Pop-Tart, if you haven't, then I really think you should. Let's see. Here we go. Wait, actually, first let me taste it without the butter. I mean, it's delicious anyhow. So let's see. And now with the butter. By the way, sweet, creamy butter made by me yesterday in the KitchenAid mixer. All right, here we go. Oh, that's so freaking good. Oh my gosh. That's unbelievable. I mean, you want to take your time. I've reached new levels of ecstasy. Holy moly. I don't know what's better, the Pop-Tart, because I haven't had one in a long time, or the sweet, creamy butter. I almost want to eat the butter just like this. You know what I had today? Because when I made the butter, it makes 2 things. It makes butter. It starts with cream. And I keep going back here like this. Yeah. So get your blender. And so when it, of course, it has a thing in there. So it makes
it's
butter.
also known as a mixer.
What did I call it?
A blender.
Okay. It's a mixer. And not only does it make the butter when you mix it up, but it also makes buttermilk. That's the other half. So this morning, I had the buttermilk. Delicious. I mean, it was terrible yesterday when I had it because it was warm. Warm buttermilk, not good. But cold buttermilk, freshly made, and sweet, creamy butter, gosh, this is my new favorite thing. And all you got to do is I bet you have a mixer like this at home. If you don't, you should get them. It's right down below on the carousel.
On sale, $60 off. You get an extra $20 off with a coupon when you check out. I mean, that's unbelievable.
By the way, many of you may or may not know that Chris Stone, the world-class producer, can hook you guys up too. He has this company called Cast Ahead, and they have their own mugs here. You may have not known that.
So Dan,
yes.
For you folks that are chiming in on Facebook, and we've got viewers from all the tubes, the place to be is thepitchman.live. So we make it easy for you. If you're watching on anywhere else, just go to your browser, type in thepitchman.live. It'll send you to Amazon where the party is. And speaking of party, Dan, yes? Caesar, I'm going to probably mispronounce your last name, Berenger or Berengay, or I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that. Went to the Pop-Tart World in New York City. Don't think it's still open today. Awesome. And he wants to know, do you put butter on Frostless Pop-Tarts or with frosting as well? Great question.
Yeah, well, all I had was the frosted one, Caesar. By the way, Caesar, awesome guy. And let me tell you how I met Caesar. I went to some here in Atlanta. They have this thing, what is it? High Tech Ministries. Once a year, it's unbelievable. They have like 1,200 or 1,400 people at 0600 in the morning go to this convention center and have like a morning prayer breakfast. And out of that morning prayer breakfast, they break out into little Bible study groups all around Atlanta. And Caesar is the leader of our Bible study group. And he's just an awesome guy. And the fact that he doesn't already put butter on Pop-Tarts makes me think a little bit less of him. But the point is, the butter's always better when you make it yourself in your mixer. So I have it's lunchtime, but thank you, Caesar, for watching. Go to thepitchman.live, follow me there, and it's much better. Life will be better. You'll feel younger. Okay, so hold on. Here I go. I am going to have lunch with the Sir Mix-a-Lot over here. Oh, I have to plug her in. How come she's not? Oh, she is plugged in. Aha! This is what I just discovered today. There's an on-off switch. I never knew there was an on-off switch. The things you learn on this show today, Kathy Jones. All right. I'm going to go to the chat so I could see. Guys, that's the other benefit of going on Amazon Live is you can chat with me real time as if we're in the same room.
Caesar just followed. Caesar just followed. Thank you,
Caesar. It's about time, Caesar. Oh, and look who else followed. The word for Chinese in Yiddish is Chanez. So we got the Chanez follower here. We got all the contingencies going on. So hold on. So I don't know what I'm making. See, the whole thing with Sir Mix-a-Lot over here. I'm going to back up so you can see both Sir Mix-a-Lot and the dish. The one thing that's great about Sir Mix-a-Lot is there's no like Vitamix policeman. What you can do is just make anything up. And if it's good, you make it again. And if it's not good, no one's going to know because you could just lie to them. But here's what I know. The orange, from making that orange chicken yesterday, too much zest. I mean, it was good, but it was like zest. It was just like too zesty. But what I learned is the pith, the white stuff, see this stuff? Actually good for you. Now, when I was a kid growing up, your parents would always say the thing that you didn't like, that was the good part to you. So that might be the case here. But I know that the pith at least makes it creamy when you put it in here. Now, with the Vitamix, it's like if a normal blender, you would have to cut this thing up to put it in there. But no, with Sir Mix-a-Lot, you throw the bad boy right in. What am I doing? Okay, I'm going to put a little Wasser. Again, for my Chanez guy, Wasser is water in Yiddish. So we're going to put that in. Oh, you know what I should have done? Well, I'll just do this with the rind right there at the end. Okay, so that, water that. What am I good for? Oh, protein powder for my guns. Hey, Caesar, do you take protein powder or are you just naturally huge and in great shape?
Our man Ricky's in the house, wants to know if that's a half-eaten Pop-Tart. I let him know he missed the Montequilla application.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Not only that, it's 2 half-eaten Pop-Tarts, but you missed it. Remember the butter we made yesterday? Have you ever had butter on a Pop-Tart? Ask Ricky. Has he ever had butter on a Pop-Tart?
You can ask him. He can hear you.
Oh yeah. I put the Pop-Tart, the butter that we made yesterday on the Pop-Tart. Heaven. You missed it. Angels were singing. It brought us Caesar. All right, so I got this. How many spoonfuls am I going to put of this? I mean, how much protein can a person handle? 1 scoop. Only 1 scoop is all you need for huge guns. We're having a workout show later this week, aren't we, Christone?
Sure.
All right. So we're just putting that in. We're having a workout show later this month, and so so that you'll know that this protein isn't going to waste. What'd you do with the top? Oh, here it is. So if you don't have your Vitamix yet, now's the time to get one. the whole thing with the Vitamix is that the engine is the same on every single one of them. They have all different attachments, but you can't go wrong. The engine is what matters. If you're going to get any kind of machinery, get something with some good guts in it. Right, Kathy Jones? What do we got here? Butter on a Pop-Tart breaks all the rules of culinary conformity. Yes. As opposed to all the other stuff I'm doing, Ricky. All right. So you started on low. Oh, you know what I should have put in here was the buttermilk. If I only saved the buttermilk. Let's move this out. Now, when you think it's done, go a little bit more. So do you think it's done? These Vitamixes are all down below. You know, when I was actually selling Vitamixes at Costco, I wanted to learn how to sell from the stage, you know, because I knew I was going to have this amazing Amazon career with all you people. So I thought I was going to sell from the stage, and I was screaming because I tend to do that. And they gave you a microphone, but I didn't want to use it because it was blocking me, and I wanted to be with the customers. And so one day I lost my voice completely. And so it's tough to sell these things when I lost. So I wrote it out, like on a loose leaf book, the entire pitch. And it was the greatest thing in the world. The question at the end, the last question was, there was 4 colors. So there was like red, silver, black, and white. And then the closing question was, which one looks best in your kitchen? And so I gave it to a person who was watching. I gave her the whole book, and she read to everybody. And she goes, so which one would look best in your kitchen? And the first time I sold it, without saying a word, someone said, the white one. And so I took the white one. That's what I did. So when you're buying your Vitamix, that's the main question. All the engines are the same. The question is, what looks best in your kitchen? Okay, there we go. You know, if you're worried about, look how, I mean, are you kidding me? I can't believe I didn't save a piece of the orange to put in there. But I got this. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll turn it like that. All right, lunchtime with the Deej, baby. Protein powder. Freaking-licious. Oh my God, I'm glad I didn't use the buttermilk, because the water makes it, it's like, it looks thick and foamy and delicious, but it's also like mildly refreshing. Gosh, this is, oh, by the way, yesterday we made coffee and we used that hot foam on top of it. I'm spoiled now, Ricky. It's hot foam or nothing. I mean, I want hot foam on apple juice. It's so good. So that foam maker, Chris Stone, do we have that foam maker somewhere there in the carousel? If we don't, we need a frother in the carousel, because this reminded me of it. This looks like an entire cup of froth, but it's delicious and refreshing. You guys think I'm not prepared because I have my Franklin planner right here. Kathy Jones knows all about my Franklin planner. Again, if you haven't followed me yet, go ahead and follow. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, come on over to Amazon Live, follow there, chat, have fun. We got all that stuff. All right. Chris Stone, do we have a video? I went up to North Carolina and got a chance to ride some motorcycles, play around, get a little dirty, and use one of my favorite tools, the pollen blower or the leaf blower. Can you cue that thing up? And we don't have to do the whole thing, but it'll be kind of fun to put that thing up for a little bit. And if you can't do it, that's fine too. Oh, look at that. So that's Matthew. That's his team. That's guy's photography.
How old is he?
My father-in-law is 86 years old.
86 years old. Look at this guy. Learning how to ride. Have you ever seen somebody so happy? That's awesome.
So that's Matthew's new machine there for forestry mulching, which is really cool. That's up in North Carolina.
You're a YouTube sensation already.
That whole property there is was just woods, and he cleared that whole thing. He just drove that thing up the mountain. He made a road.
Teach me how to get
What
in
part
there.
of North Carolina is that, Dan? Ricky wants to know.
That's in near Hiawassee, like Lake Chatou, up there. And that's Aunt Gail's property, Grandpa's sister, and he's going to hit his head. I hate it every time I see this.
Watch your head.
Oh, there it goes. All right.
Yeah, he missed.
I mean,
Somehow.
yeah.
I know
86.
what you're thinking.
Don't try
What
this at home,
happens when you're
Amazon
doing work
car buying
like this
public.
And
That's right.
everything's getting all dusty. Once again with the belly cam, hopefully that works. You have the DeWalt
So,
electric pollen blower, which will act as a leaf blower. We'll see.
so to get up the mountain,
By the way, we need
I wasn't going to walk, so I
needs
figured I might as well
bungee
take the four-wheeler
cords. This is
and
recording. So, how did we
go
start
from
this?
there. But it was kind of
There,
cool.
stop.
Oh, see that? That's
Run.
that's
Is that-
quality TV right
Start.
there. I think that's
Cinematography
my
is
shirt.
going
This
to
is
win
here, this
awards.
goes here.
I'm thinking.
Put
I
this
think
with the
that's
green
my
light on.
shirt right there.
Maybe this. Aha! There we go. See if that works.
Oh, God. It gets
Really
better.
fun too. All right. There we go. Can't go too fast. Because
So
who
they've
knows
got
if the DeWalt can handle
motorcycles and four-wheelers and three-wheelers.
The DeWalt XR brushless 20-volt
It's near Brazelton.
pollen blower.
Brasstown?
Hold it with one hand. How about if I do that? There we go.
You can speed through this part.
Because you're going up.
Does the DeWalt come with a strap that you can just like strap it to your back, so when you jump on a four-wheeler, there's no issues driving it? Or
We need bungee cord.
Gotta have a
well, you know, the great thing about the DeWalt, Dan, other than the fact that it's just super powerful with 20 watt power, is that you know, you really can take it anywhere with you. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, and you know what's it's good. It's if you put butter on that, homemade creamy butter, even better. I made this video probably 14 times, and each time on my belly because I was using my back brace to keep it on, and it kept on shutting off my phone.
Let's say you're putting in a pool or something like that.
Clay County, is that where it is? Well, we went, Ricky, to this bar there. I guess beachside bar or bar grill or something. It was really the greatest place up there. No muzzles. Everybody's having a good time, and there was a beach there. It was just really, really cool. Good people. I love it up there.
Yeah, he can knock out that big.
So look at this. He built that entire road. That was nothing but wood. I'm still driving up the thing. He did that. I'm just so blown away.
There we go.
Of all this stuff you can do.
Let's go up to.
So,
You know, Dan, if you drop that
he's
DeWalt
actually in the woods.
blower,
All right, we'll have to do it
it would be fine. I mean, you could probably run over it and still be fine.
actually, I did. And so this is that same blower.
Shut off.
Shut up. This is the same blower, and I actually charged it when I got back. I haven't charged that
Still
since.
working. This is going to be a fun video. So you think that is cool with the machine going like that? But what could be cooler than the DeWalt? Take it. You see this? I haven't charged this thing in a week. Look at the awesome power. It's just blowing. Ooh, I shouldn't blow it that way. Gosh. Oh, he's going to be furious with me. All right. I'm willing to withstand familial punishment for you. That's the type of guy I am. All right, guys. That was fun. See you next time.
All right. Well, so here she is again, and look, we could. Do I have anything here? Look, not that this is a big deal, but it's kind of fun anyway because it makes noise. See? Still working. It's the greatest thing and easy to play around. Everybody needs to get themselves some battery-operated toys like that.
You know what I noticed, Dan, is that that thing had to have been very noisy, and we could hear you talking the entire time. And I wonder why that is.
What? See, that's how you know you have a professional in Chris Stone. He knows exactly what we're moving to next. Because of the noise reduction quality of the Blue Parrot, I was sitting on top of that four-wheeler. It's a loud thing. I mean, there's no mufflers on these things. I'm playing around with that. It's an older one, so there's nothing happening. And we have another video with me on a motorcycle, which is even louder. But the fact is, not only could you hear me, but if you were calling me and talking to me, I could hear you. How much? Hold on. What time is it? 12:15. Okay. All right. Yeah, I could hear you. The Blue Parrot is unparalleled. It's actually unparalleled for this type of thing. Oh, my phone is ringing. How do you stop your phone ringing when you're doing these things? I got it. Cancel right there.
Hit the big red button.
Okay. Okay. So not only these are actually made again for truck drivers, but also for like people who have big machines like that machine that Matthew has, that Kubota, that skid steer. You know, I have so much energy now because of this protein powder. I mean, I feel so good. I am so like psychologically I could be transported. I'm easily hypnotized. Like if you say things enough times, I will believe you. And so that might be the reason why. But I feel like I'm stronger now because of this protein powder that I just had a sip of 12 seconds ago. Back to the Parrot of Blueness. It's made. See, look at that guy. He's wearing a hard hat. They're screaming. There's drilling going on. All hell's breaking loose in his life. But the parrot still survives. Hold on. Let me see if there's any comment. Ricky, could it be the Blue Parrot? You know, Ricky is like brilliant. Yeah, so big fan, great company. In fact, Kathy Jones was talking to me because she's also a Blue Parrot owner. And something happened with the Tooth of Blueness. So I told her I'm going to go over and speak to the people and see if we can hook her up. They're a great company, easy to get a hold of. They have other products too. Like Jabra is another one. Jabra is another company that works with them. They have the Panacast. Do I have the Panacast with me? No, it's at the office. By the way, I'm leaving the office because of, where's the screen? Where's my muzzle? Hold on. They were okay with the muzzle, with the face shield. But I think, things are getting easier. They should be lightening up, but they were getting a little more militant about it and making me wear other stuff. And so we're moving to a different office, which is why we're here home at the Southern Command Center. But I wonder if this could work with, see here, let's see if the Blue Parrot can work in conjunction with your, look at this. It's operational, even under, rough circumstances when you have to wear the muzzle. I'm really tempted, Ricky, to have one of these Pop-Tarts, but I am not going to be rude here on the phone. See you, Caesar. All right. So I am prepared. Chris Stone always yells at me because he says, here I am. I'm just fluttering about and I have no real plan. Ha-ha. He has no idea. Because of the massive usage of the Franklin Planner, I'm terrifically here. Oh, listen, I'm a big fan of the Levoit air purifier. It's down there below. We'll show the video in a second, but let me talk about it first while Chris cues that up. That thing just makes life better. It's just it's a simple thing to press a button and just make the whole room around you clearer. It has these, the filters are easily changeable and they're washable, and then you just could put them right in there. There's several different varieties. But the place where I was working before they told me I can't come anymore, it was like you walk in there, it's like it's fresh. fewer people, and far I know, and nobody who's gotten ill since they've come in there. And simply, I think it's because of that. Must be because people are staying away from each other too. But go ahead and run the video, Chris Stone. And for people who haven't seen it yet, I'm sure they're gonna love it once it's.
Hey guys, it's Dan Jordan, the pitch man, with your daily deal of the day. This is really awesome. So I discovered something now that I'm 55. I discovered that, your body changes, but the one kind of weird thing I had to change in my morning routine is that hair grows in your nose like nobody's business. And so you got to clip more often. And so, but there's a benefit to this. You just breathe better. When you have no hair in your nose, you just breathe so much better. And then I come into the office and I'm wondering, why do I always feel good when I'm here? And I figured out the reason why. And it's the deal of the day. Come with me. I'm grabbing my phone. Look at this. Over here in this big room. So it's a big room. See this? This is one of those it's called Industrious. It's one of those co-working spaces. But in this space, this big room here, look at this down here. They got this Levoit air freshener. It cleans up the whole room. It's unbelievable. And if you check it out, I'm gonna go down here and do this. It's as easy as pie. It's just a button. See this? There's one button off, one button on. And the whole room is clear. So give yourself like a gift. First thing, here, change your morning routine. Get one of these things over here and clip the hair on your nose and life will be better. Hey, have some fun today. You're the best. I'm the Deech. Go get them today.
All right. Well, this is fun. Yeah, the Levoit hair. This is this air purifier. For whatever reason, we sell a lot of these. We have one ordered personally for ourselves, and I think it's just one of those. It's an easy one to make yourself feel good. People can come over to your house and feel good. You can say, "Hey, we got the Levoit. We're air purified. Everything's good. Come on by." Put them inside, put them outside. I have some neighbors here that they're having like parties in their garage, and so they're just going to their garage. But it's like advertisement to have people come over. We've got the Levoit with us. We've got it. We're all clean. We're clear, fresh, inoculated, impossible. By the way, I am immune to all challenges that come in my life. I was talking to Kathy Jones this morning. Because it used to be a time that, when your friend had the chicken pox, your old parents would send their kids over to their house to get the chicken pox. But it's impossible for me. It's immune. I leave that for mortal men. That stuff doesn't happen to the Deech. But this will make life easier. Get yourself one of these things. You'll be happy you did. I'm gonna a couple more things, and then we can rock and roll because I got a big meeting in a couple of minutes, which is going to be really good, having to do with Amazon. You guys have been awesome so far in helping and watching and following and buying and all that stuff. Tell your friends. All that stuff is good. There is another fan you'll see behind me. I have that ladder. I have a ladder below there too. Do we have ladders in there, Chris Stone, in the carousel?
We do.
Okay, good. Yeah, I talked about this the other day, and a lot of people. Didn't Benjamin Franklin plan the Declaration of Independence with one of those planners? Yes, he did. Of course he did. But it was Thomas Jefferson who kind of wrote that with Madison. But this ladder is helpful. I mean, everybody needs to have one of these kind of ladders. When we talked about that thing about people coming over to your friend's house, it's not just good for hanging your clothes on it. By the way, that's Fonseca. Remember the guy that was driving me in the car the other day? Fonseca. Well, so it's not just what we all know that hanging your clothes on, that's what your exercise equipment is for, to do that. So you don't want to use it for just your ladder. But this ladder fits everywhere. Like you never get one that's too big or too small, or doesn't fit up the stairs, or you can't bring it down to a basement. and you can't set it up on the stairs. This thing just makes it so everything is possible. That's it. Everything is possible with this ladder. It's a little giant. And it's fun. You know what's good about this one? It makes noise. Like, you know, it's not quite, people know that you're working. Like this, and then we bring it together. Just very mechanical. I was at, we were coming home from that North Carolina, and we stopped off in a town. I forgot the name of the town, but it was a nice little town. We stopped off for ice cream, and it was like the center of town. And in the center of town was one of those courthouses, and the courthouses, you know, had the big clock there that would spin around and all that. And like around the outside, it was a small museum. They had the original gear work that ran 100 years ago, that ran the clock up there, and so they replaced it since then. But they encapsulated it in this little kind of acrylic box outside that you could look at. And just like the mechanism and all the gears, and it's just everything worked. You could see, just looking at it, you could see how, oh yeah, that spins that and that makes that, and that. It's kind of cool to see how that stuff works. That's how this ladder is. I mean, the ladder is just very cool. It's got these little, boom. You see how that noise did not feel good? You know, and if you want it to go up, you just, actually, no, don't do that. And if you want it to be straight, just click, click, and then you open the thing up. Ah! Hit your foot. Let's turn this up here. Oh, that's the roof cam, right? Look at this. Oh, I mean, you don't, it's perfect. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half. 7. Anyway, you could use it as a measuring stick to see how high your roof is. So everybody needs one of these, play around. But you got to be healthy to do them. So Chris Stone, there's one vitamin that I take, and I take it every day because it makes me, well, why don't you watch the video and you'll find out. But it's anything else would be too much energy. With a protein powder and with the too many vitamins, I mean, I would grow too much out of my shirt. Life wouldn't be as easy for me. It's unbelievable, Krista.
Hey guys, it's the Deej, the Pitch Man, with your daily deal of the day. And, you know, a lot of people are working from their office now and from their home, and they have small home offices. This is my tiny little office, this tiny little thing. And it's amazing how sedentary and, you know, flabby you can get in like 2 weeks. You know, my back went out, and so I couldn't do anything. And so this is what you need to have. You need to have just simple weights. Because even in a tiny office like this, these are 20 pounders, but you could use 10 pounders, whatever. Just when when you're hanging out, when you're doing anything, just grab something and just move around in your office. Pitch Man with a very special deal of the day today. So I'm a pretty energetic guy, and I've always been that way. So I've never really taken medicine and things to enhance stuff. I just don't like that. I just do the natural stuff. But when this whole virus that shall not.
All right. Well, we had a little technical difficulty. No problem. Well, hey, big news. I'm sure Chris Stone is going to key up a couple more videos to get things going. I really appreciate everybody showing up today. I got a big meeting in like 2 minutes, but I wanted to make sure to get on here today just for you, because this really has become like the highlight of my day. Most of the things that I talk about, I you know, in my head have to stay in my head. But because of you and Amazon and this platform, and the fact that there's actually some people watching occasionally, gives me so much joy. I can't express it probably in words. Chris Stone, thank you so much for making me look just a tiny bit better than I am. And all your thumbnails and everything, and we're hoping to make something good today. But there's a couple more things, guys. Check out on the carousel, click around, play around, and just remember that I was gonna say you're the best on the Deej, but I want to do something else. Yes, here it is. All righty. Eat well, live long, and prosper. Go get them today.
Hey guys, it's the Deej, the Pitchman, with your daily deal of the day. All right, so this is going to be fun because we're just going to do a quick little kind of morning routine with the coffee situation. So let me show you what works, and I got to apologize. You ever wake up and you throw your back out? I'm like, I didn't sleep right, so if I walk like Quasimodo, you'll know why. All right, so first things first is I'm not into hot coffee. So I like cold coffee, so I'm going to make iced coffee. So I got to get the ice. In this place that I work, it's really cool. They have, it's like Chick-fil-A ice. It's really neat. So I'll show you right over here. So let's get a couple cups. See, here's the Quasimodo thing that I'm talking about. So I'll get some ice. I may die. By the way, if you see me die, it'll be a good event. Okay. No more complaining. All right. So let's go in here and make some coffee. I got the. So this is really cool. So this is the kitchen in this place. And there's the little coffee pot. And then right here, Sir Mix-a-Lot. I brought this from home. Never go without your Vitamix. You can use it for everything. So this is what we're going to do. Start the coffee, and this Keurig thing, I know everybody has a Keurig, but it's not a bad idea to have a couple, you know? In different rooms, in different places. You only can make one at a time for speed purposes. I guess this is what we're doing. But here's the thing, this is how we make it special. See this? Oh, I need a cup. Stick around, hold on. By the way, this is the rest of the little kitchen here they have. It's pretty neat, isn't it? All right, well. Yeah, if you make coffee without the cup, all sorts of problems ensue. So we gotta do that. So while it's doing that, come over here to Sir Mix-a-Lot. It's a little guy here. And you know, you go to all those places, Starbucks and those kind of stores, Smoothie Kings, everybody uses a Vitamix. And they have this new thing, it's this cold foam business. So let me tell you what this cold foam is. It's basically reduced fat milk, and they put it in the Vitamix, but they do it on a low thing. So you can do this with yours too. Just put that in there, about half a cup. All right? Put the top on. I lost the top thing here. But the good news about losing the top thing is that it spills, and you get an opportunity to clean things up. So you got this. So put it on 1, like the lowest setting. And just let it go. And it makes foam. It's just like that. It's kind of cool. Wait a second. So it makes foam. So check this out. So then you take it here. Look at this. It's like foam. Well, let's get the foam part out. Look at that. It's like foam. So keep that. Then you get your coffee, and so this is hot coffee, right? You put it, I'm going to teach you a secret. If you put hot coffee on ice, it turns into cold coffee. See that? Just like that. Then you take your foam, and you put your foam on top of it, which is awesome. Now you got to drink it. If you really want to make it look snazzy, this is the trick. Go to Starbucks, get yourself, you know, if I had a straw, here. If you want anything to look snazzy, get yourself a straw. Look at this. There's your drink. Is that not awesome? And you get to use the Keurig right there, and you get to use Sir Mix-a-Lot right over here. And you feel good about it. You know, the idea is once you have a tool like this, you kind of look for reasons to use it. Isn't that great? So go to Starbucks and get yourself some Starbucks cups. Just get a water and then get a cup, and then you have this and you go like a hot shot. Should I drink it? I'm going to drink it. You know, and it looks so good. Look at that. very impressed with this. All right, guys, listen, that's it. I wish nothing but good things to happen to you for the rest of your life. Eat well, live long, and prosper. Go get them today.